Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Syracuse Unpeeled, where we're going to keep you up to date on all of this week's hard-hitting entertainment news. Tonight we talk about college deans, Jeff looks into this week's Media Cup basketball game, and I'll sit down with Jillian Lynch, executive director of this year's Autothon. I'm Cassie DeLaura, and joining me to my left is Miss Alex O'Toole. Switching it up today with a classy little bun. We like.
Thanks.
Next up, we have Jacob Friesen Grant, who you might recognize from Newhouse's The Cage.
I do work there, that's true.
And joining us for the first time on our roundtable segment is Taglione, member of the Zamboni Revolution.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I tried to get it.
Welcome. That was a nice warm welcome for our guest. Our first story comes from our neighbors up north. A Canadian politician has blamed cheap, tight underwear for his sudden departure from Parliament, causing him to miss a vote on anti-terror legislation. So I'm going to throw this one to you, Jacob. Has this ever happened to you?
You know, the tight underwear excuse is not, I haven't used it in my own life, but it is a classic, you know, perfect for getting you out of those tight situations, you know.
Ooh, I see what you did there.
I also see what you did there. When she asked that question to you, though, I was thinking, I thought she was asking if you had ever voted on anti-terror legislation, but I guess we just interpreted that differently. Well, and she hasn't either, so I guess you guys have that in common now.
Yeah, both have tight underwear and haven't voted on
anti-terror legislation.
Exactly.
So
just
great.
Peas in a pod. Perfect.
There you go.
Do I have a comment? No,
yes,
no.
you could.
I was just hoping we could wrap this up. I'm kind of like...
His underwear's a little tight.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
it must be terrible, huh?
No, what? Cass, why are you saying ooh? It's like...
Do you like tight underwear, Cassie? That's not an excuse to get out of legislation for you.
Don't forget it's cheap.
Did you read this story? Because it was...
Can we not talk about tight underwear? Can we just move on? Our next story comes out of New York City, where a man was caught on camera stealing a surveillance camera. That sounds really smart. Alex, what are your thoughts?
Well, my first thought is that I read, not that it was from New York City, but that it was from Long Island, which is where I'm from.
Oh, really?
And I'm so proud because, you know, growing up on Long Island, I was trained in the art of stealing surveillance cameras. So, you know, he obviously wasn't trained as well as I was, but good for him for trying. He was out in Port Jeff, pretty close to me, you know, cool.
Oh, okay. Did you not? He must not have gotten that, you know, stealing cameras 101. First, try not to get on the camera.
That's the first part of this. He didn't go the first day of training.
Exactly.
I learned that.
And then lesson 2, if you have to be on camera, wear a mask. I mean, he just looks like he's trying to take a selfie in the picture or something.
CJ, if you were going to steal a surveillance camera, how would you do it? Don't worry, there are no police officers watching.
I was just going to say they're all watching. They love us.
At night, maybe? I don't know. It's where do you get surveillance camera? There is it like a store? It's like it's not like a Best Buy or anything though. It's like a.
No,
I think he stole it off of the actual where the surveillance camera was.
Oh, yeah.
So how does one go about getting it off?
I don't know. There's just more questions than answers for me. So if he steals a surveillance camera, why is there a surveillance camera looking at a surveillance camera?
No, he was trying to steal it and like.
And it caught his face. So basically, you're. So
he never stole it.
Right.
Okay, so if he had stolen it, he would have. This would have never been a story.
Recorded.
So how would you have done it? Would you wear
successfully? I guess.
That's a good answer. Leave a little mystery.
If that's all it's contingent on, yeah.
Success.
Success.
That's it.
All right, let's.
You heard it here first. You're right.
Let's continue this episode with trends of more absurd news. A Pennsylvania college dean got a box of fake IDs in the mail that were meant for a student named Dean. So CJ, I'm going to throw this one to you.
I feel like I'm having really bad answers.
Have you ever had this happen to you? Do you have a fake ID? Like I said, don't worry, there are no police officers watching.
That's what you think.
And like I said, they're still watching.
No. I'm 21 now, but I have a really late birthday. I had a fake that was real, but it said I was 5'7", and it worked better than my real one from Rhode Island. It's like washed out, and so, yeah, it's a nice.
I'm wondering.
Nice little story.
No, yeah, I'm wondering how exactly did they get that mixed up? Like, how does Dean Edwards and the Dean of Admissions get mixed up? How many deans are there?
That's what I was thinking. Just more questions. If it's only like Dean something. You send it to the dean instead of the guy's name was Dean, I guess, in the.
But then the address would have had to have matched up with where the dean lives. You know what I mean? So that's where
probably like
confusion.
on the same road because there's probably like a dorm or something.
So confusing.
What I think that he should do, I think he should use this to advantage. The actual dean.
He should sell them
all,
oh,
and then start the dean scholarship.
Oh,
right.
But
up to interpretation, what kind of dean it is.
What dean scholar? What is it funding though? Is it funding what, spring break or bars or like what does this dean scholarship go to?
You can't ask. Just let it happen.
Okay.
The dean scholarship.
Okay, deans out there, go ahead. Make sure you use them.
All right, Dean Scholarship. We're going to take a quick break, but stay tuned to hear about what Apple has unveiled this week and for some good old news around the Cuse. Welcome back, Unpeelers. Let's get back into some stories. This Monday, Apple unveiled their new racially diverse emojis. Jacob, I know you have an Apple iPhone, so let's throw this one to you first.
Let's throw it to you, Jacob.
Yeah, let's just throw it to the black guy. Nothing big.
No, it's because you have the iPhone.
Oh, that's
I don't have iPhones.
No, yeah, exactly. College students
I don't know what
have
phone
iPhones.
you have. I know he has an iPhone.
It's true. I do have one, and I'm just so happy. We can all live happily ever after now that Apple's come out with these racially diverse emojis. Now racism's abolished. No more problems.
Forever.
Why
Thanks,
didn't
Apple.
we do this before?
Thanks, Apple. You've solved racial problems.
The original emojis had like six mixed couples. There was like the man pairing, the guy pairing. So
They started early with that.
That guy was a huge player.
was he?
Yeah, he's holding hands with the girl. He's holding hands with the guy.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, he
was everywhere. He was pimping it out. Now maybe Jacob can pimp it out. I can
yeah.
send him an emoji of himself.
These racially, these emojis have just really empowered me as a person.
How many
just to
races?
be able to represent myself in
There's
the
a lot
emoji
of
land.
them.
Really, it's like
How many emojis am I gonna have on? It's gonna be so hard to find them.
I from looking at it, I think there's 6 of them. But what do you think about the there's a yellow one, like an actual yellow colored one, and then
Like
it slowly
the picture of the smiley faces? Yellow?
like a girl.
We can't
the
talk
crown,
about
like
which
the-
race
That's
that's supposed to
Her face
represent.
is yellow.
Yellow. The color yellow.
liver failure. That's
She has jaundice.
She obviously
jaundice,
drinks a lot.
yeah.
That's the alcoholic
jaundice.
emoji for all those alcoholics out there.
All right, a wealthy Indian couple has made their prime heir their pet monkey. The monkey will inherit their over $500,000 house, a 200-yard plot, as well as all of their money left in their bank account. CJ, what are your thoughts?
No, I read this story. I saw it. The monkey's 10, first of all. So the fact that they're already signing off all of what they've earned, but also it came from the monkey. 2004, they had nothing, and then they got the monkey, and now they're like really rich. So I mean,
the monkey.
Where did the money come from?
From the monkey, apparently.
I guess they just luck. He owns businesses. It has nothing to do with the monkey. He's named him after the monkey, but.
Well, I've always, myself, I've always felt like a monkey. I think I might belong to this Indian family. I think I'm scheduled to be inheriting all of this, so I'm pretty excited.
There were monkey emojis before black people emojis, so.
What does that
Oh
say?
gosh. All right, you guys. Now on to some news around the Cuse. We all know that winters in Syracuse are never ending. The average temperature this month is a mere 10.4 degrees, putting February 2015 in the running for the coldest month since records began in Syracuse in 1902. Alex, this story just makes me cringe. I'm so cold. What are your thoughts?
Well, I was just going to say my hands are feeling cold right now just from you talking about this cold. I hate the cold. It's freaking me out. My sister goes to school down in North Carolina, and they canceled school several times already this week because there was a threat of snow.
Yeah,
A threat. And it never snows. It's just a threat of snow. And I'm sitting here walking by snow that's up to my hip, and I'm like, if she could see me now.
When is it actually dangerous to be out? Is it like not in
I
like the
think it
negative
is now.
20s?
I think it is
They
now
don't care
dangerous.
if you're, a college student. I actually talked to some people about this story on it, And apparently, if it's like negative degrees, you know, they cancel school for, you know, Syracuse City School District. They don't cancel it for Syracuse University.
Right.
We feel like, you know, you're tough and smart, so you know whether or not you should go outside.
Yeah, I mean, they sent us the orange alerts that say, literally, if it's under 15 degrees,
you can get,
or if it's under whatever, like if you're outside for 15 minutes or less, AKA,
get,
as long as it takes you to walk literally anywhere on this campus, you're going to get frostbite and or hypothermia. So you're going to die. Don't walk outside ever, but also don't skip your classes because it's school.
Don't walk outside ever and don't skip your classes.
That's my advice to you.
That is our advice to wrap up this
Syracuse.
segment of Syracuse Unpeeled. Thank you, Alex, CJ, and Jacob for joining us as our special guests.
Thank
we really
you.
Just far too kind. Next up, Jeff checks in with this week's Media Cup basketball game, and I'll catch up with Jillian Lynch, coordinator of Autothon. Stay tuned, Unpeelers.
Body language can tell you all sorts of things. Like someone is having a stroke. Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. Face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty. Time to call 911 and get them to a hospital immediately. Learn the body language and spot a stroke fast.
Inside the Carrier Dome right now for the something annual Media Cup, WAER against the Daily Orange. Really, really tight matchup here, guys. Hopefully we can grab an interview with one Jay Alter. Jay, how are you feeling about tonight's matchup?
Confident. I've been working out twice a week these past 10 days and shots flowing, and hope to put out a valiant effort out there.
Trevor, if I may say so myself, you're looking bigger than you did last year.
Really?
Have you been to the gym?
Yeah, I've been working out constantly. You can see the gun show right here. You know, looking free, but touching's going to cost you a little bit.
Sorry, I'll take a step back then. Trevor, good luck out there.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Okay, here's the thing. Scott Schaefer said that nothing is more important than ISIS and what's going on there. This is second, all right? This right here is second. This is about the victory.
If I say sweep the leg, would you possibly take out one of the WAER members? For the DO?
Absolutely, yes. Do you want me to name which one?
Can you give me some potential targets on which you are thinking about taking out tonight?
Zach Moll, I think he's the one with the headphones in.
You guys have won 3 of the last 4, but you're coming off of a loss, if I'm correct. How are you guys feeling? Do you think you can come back after that tough loss last year?
Well, we're glad we don't have the 3 of 17 shooter on the floor.
Right.
We hope that's going to help. And we have some nice weapons, a certain local high school product that we think is really going to help us out today. So that's what we're hoping is our secret weapon.
Yeah, addition by subtraction with the loss of Kevin Fitzgerald to graduation.
I wasn't going to say his name. He did.
And we've got a ringer that I think is going to impress you guys.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys see this, but we have an inside look of the 3 fans that are here for tonight's game. 3, count them, please. Can we get a shot of the dome real quick? Just grab a shot. Count them. 0, 0, 0, 3. There's 3. Count them 1, 2, 3. Why are you here?
The Daily Orange pulled off the upset in last year's Media Cup. However, WAER has won 3 the last 4 matchups, hoping to avenge last year's loss.
2, 3, Dio! 2, 3, Dio!
From first tip, it was all WAER, keeping in mind that these guys are part of the sports media, not necessarily part of the sport. The DO had 6 turnovers in the first half. Game MVP Mike Tricarico, an impressive game, storming down the court here. He had 10 points in the first half.
But despite being down 22-11 in the first half, wow, this Daily Orange crowd is not giving up. That's right. What encouraged you guys to come out in such fashion?
I really care about the Daily Orange. I also really care about the Daily Orange. I'm dating a bench warmer.
Lefty Sam Hyman started the second half with this beautiful contested floater. He would go on to score 12 or 10. No one really knew. But the real story is Phil DeBragio. 4 years on the DO Media Cup team, never scored till right here at the end of the game. However, the pen was not mightier than the microphone this past weekend.
Post-game Media Cup final score, 50 points, WAER 34 for the DO. Quite frankly, a blowout, but a lot of fun. John Paul Chunga here with me for WAER. Got in for a total of 45 seconds. Not expecting to get in, as you can tell from the beanie and the green, like, warm socks, those hospital socks, and the non-basketball shoes. John Paul Chunga not expecting to get in, but were you happy to be a part of this victory?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a team that we just played our hearts out. We have so much commitment to radio. We consider the listener. We do all sorts of things. We take each game one game at a time. And that's what helped us get the win today.
With Jesse Doherty of DO Sports. Jesse, not the result you wanted, but what do you take from this game?
Phil DeBraccio, I don't know if you guys have talked about him yet, but I know the Z89 guys got it. He had not scored, got 4 points at the end. He's talking all year about, I got to get mine, and that to me is what Media Cup's about,
How do you feel you did in this game?
Jeff, I think really the biggest thing with me was driving, getting to the rim, attacking. Did a great job of that. My lefty floater was on point tonight. I really felt it in head fakes, spinning in through the lane, and Michael Tricarico was so helpful. He helped spread the floor, a guy who we didn't have last year, so that was just a massive, massive help for us, and I'm so happy.
When does the practice begin for next year's Cup?
Okay, so we have basketball coverage till March 7th, and we're pretty busy until then, so I'd say March 8th.
March 8th. You heard it here first. March 8th, they're prepping. You better be ready, WAER. Jesse,
yep,
thank you so much. Here at the Media Cup, I'm Jeff Kirkshin, Citrus TV.
I've got a job to do today.
I've got a job to do today.
Have a good first day at work, Mom.
Your donations to Goodwill fund job training programs right in your community.
Feels good to start fresh, right?
Sure does. And like that, you're a job creator.
Hey guys, welcome back. I am joined by Jillian Lynch, the executive director of this year's Autothon, the first annual dance marathon here at Syracuse University. Jillian, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And this dance marathon has been an event that's been in the making for quite a long time, right?
Yeah, I'm a sophomore now, but before I even got to school as a freshman, I knew I wanted to bring it here and got in contact with Children's Miracle Network. So it's been a long haul, but I'm really excited.
So what happened once you got in contact with the network?
I was set up with an advisor, and she oversees all programs in the Northeast, and she just kind of got me started. It was a long process getting through student services and being a recognized student organization. I ended up partnering with Residence Hall Association, so they're sponsoring the event, and yeah, we've just been planning intensively this year, and I can't believe that it's already Saturday.
So the planning started, to clarify, your freshman year, as soon as you got here, and you're a sophomore, so it's been a little bit over a year.
Yeah, I would say not planning, but just getting everything, getting the groundwork, and then we really started the planning this year.
What are some of the challenges that you had trying to get this event up and running?
Yeah, a lot actually. It's really difficult to just get through the whole system, and I'm still the first tier of being a recognized student organization, so you really don't get a lot of funding, and obviously it is a fundraiser, but there are costs for the venue and for t-shirts and glow sticks and food and all that stuff. So all that stuff is just a lot. I found that even doing something really small, it's a lot of steps. Nothing simple.
Well, that's such an accomplishment for you as a sophomore only. So let's get into the details of the dance marathon. Yeah. It is benefiting the Golisano Children's Hospital, correct?
Correct.
And you've been there and you've visited these children, and there's some of the children are going to be at the marathon, correct?
Yeah, it's going to be great. We have about eight members of the hospital, between doctors, patients, families, coming, and they'll be speaking and just dancing with us. The kids on stage will be participating, and just, yeah.
So it starts on Saturday. What time?
6 p.m.
Okay, and at the Women's Building here on campus.
Yeah.
And you have how many students participating in the event?
Yeah, we have 1,001 last time I checked signed up. Not everyone has raised their minimum of $100 yet, so we'll see. But we plan to let in the top 800 fundraisers to the event.
Okay, so the minimum that the students have to raise before, going to the event is $100. What's the ultimate goal for everybody as a whole?
So our goal was $105,000, which is really ambitious, and it would break a record for a first-year dance marathon. Okay. Louisiana State just had theirs, and they raised $104, which was a lot for a first year, and we're like, well, we can try and do it.
And other than students raising money, are there companies and maybe restaurants or anything around the Syracuse area that have donated?
Yeah, we have a lot of in-kind donations, so a lot of local vendors are giving us food. We have a lot of pizza and like stuff like that. Printing places have printed posters for us. We really don't have a budget to work with, so we're relying on the community to really give us stuff, and we've been really lucky.
And so all the money that will be raised goes directly to the hospital?
Correct. Every penny, yep.
And the finance chair, I read that she said the biggest struggle was getting those companies to have faith in you guys. And so you guys are not only going to raise all this money, but you're kind of going to prove a lot of people wrong with this huge event, being able to help the children out.
Yeah, it was hard. We didn't have much groundwork. We were just like promising that people would hopefully come, and so we could promote their business. But I mean, it's been easier even these last few weeks. We have a lot of money raised. We have $65,000 on Donor Drive. They can see, and clearly a lot of people signed up, and then they're kind of investing in it, and then hopefully in years to come we'll have more people interested in donating and helping us.
And where can people actually donate at? Is it online that they can contribute to, or do they have to contact a student and donate directly to their fund?
No, it's really simple. You just go to autofund.org, donate now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so on Saturday, the students are going to be dancing for 12 hours overnight, right? For all the children that cannot.
Right.
And so there's a photo booth, there's food, there's t-shirts, and it's not too late to sign up.
Nope, it's not too late. Registration's open till the day of, but don't hesitate because you have to fundraise. So.
Well, congratulations on all your work for this. I bet you are absolutely so excited. It's finally here around the corner.
Yeah.
You're nervous. Why are you nervous?
I don't know. It's a lot. It's 12 hours, but no, I'm really excited.
What will you be doing while you're there? Are you kind of overseeing everything, or?
Yeah, probably running around like a crazy person. No, yeah, I'm overseeing everything, but I have a great board and committee members, so.
We'll have so much fun. We're rooting you guys on. And stay tuned. We are going to play a little game of nosedive with some cotton balls and petroleum jelly.
Yes.
Jimmy can't sing and Tommy can't dance, so we're gonna put some ants in their pants. Aww.
Kids will spend 22 minutes watching us, the super duper party troopers, sing about ants in their pants.
Isn't that funny? Ants in their pants, they got ants in their pants, they've got ants in their pants.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
How you doing? My name's Steve. My family's lived in this neighborhood for years. Recently, things got so tight, we had to go to our local food bank for help. I lost a lot of sleep worrying about what the neighbors might think. That is until I saw them there, too. How'd I do, Steve?
A little stiff. You could have done a little better.
What? Come on. I have an Academy Award.
Yeah, but not for playing me.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
Huntington.
Every proper bear knows that the right fit means everything. Especially when it comes to car seats.
Oh, really? I just did what any bear would do.
So know for sure that your child is in the right car seat for their age and size.
I like it.
To learn more, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
Oh, hello there.
Oh, where's that bear?
Cassie, go over here.
Hey guys, welcome back. We're getting a little set up for our game of nosedive using cotton balls and petroleum jelly. So talk us through what we're about to do.
All right, so I believe that the point of the game is to take your nose, right, dip it in the petroleum jelly, and then put it in the cotton ball, sticking the cotton ball to your nose, and transfer it into the bowl over here. Right? The team
sounds ambitious.
that does the most cotton balls over here in the time allotted wins. And so I believe the teams are Team Unpeeled.
Team Unpeeled.
Yeah.
First, our guest
First
today.
guest.
So we'll switch it up.
Oh, so we don't have to move far at all.
Okay, yeah. So then
No, so you gotta
do
go.
we alternate, or
Let's alternate. So let's
All
let
right, so
ladies go first. Ladies do a cotton ball, then guys do a cotton ball.
I have to let the guest go first.
Oh, lucky me.
So
We're not doing it at the same time?
Wait, we go then you go, or we go at the same time?
Same time.
All right, cool.
Same time.
So
I'm not losing. I'm not losing this.
All right, so I'll count you guys down.
This is gonna be a little bit of mess. I'm gonna be running this way. She's gonna be running.
No.
this
You're
way.
gonna put your cotton balls in here.
I'm so confused.
I'm saying you take your nose.
They just won. They just won.
Dip your nose in there and then put the cotton ball in this bowl.
Oh,
So yeah,
dip
it's
my
just
nose here.
like
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
Transfer.
There you go.
We're transferring.
All right.
All right.
Jillian, are we ready?
I'm so ready.
All right, 5, 4, 3, plus 2.
Oh,
Go.
I'm pretty good at it, I think.
Good job. That's 2-1.
Okay.
Do we? Keep going. Keep going.
Keep going. Good job.
You.
There you go.
Do I
You
help?
guys, this is
Yeah,
so
help her.
wrong.
Oh, you can help? Are you
Help her.
kidding?
Wait, do I?
I think so. I think I got this. I'm doing it with my nose.
There you go.
This is so embarrassing.
You got it. You're winning.
Did I sign up for this?
No, they're winning right now.
Because I'm doing like.
Do it for the kids.
If I win, people
for
watching
Unpeeled.
you donate to Autobot.
Shake.
It's for
Get
Unpeeled.
it off.
I'm very competitive.
I feel bad.
Go.
I don't
Get them all on there. 2 more.
That's it.
Don't smash.
We
Don't
got that.
smash.
I wish
You
this was
got this.
marshmallows.
You
Oh,
get
yeah.
off.
Cassie's going for
Get
the
off.
win. And the
Get off
double.
me, get off
The double.
I'm trying to.
Yeah! I think we got that one.
Oh my gosh, that
I didn't play at all.
quite the experience, I
We were just
swear.
like support, I
We're
guess.
cheerleaders, you know, we're
Wow.
encouraging victory.
All right, boys. So,
I'll never do that again.
Oh wait, now.
Uh-oh.
I thought we got
Oh,
out of
boy.
it.
Now we have more. All right, so
boy.
throw those ones to the side. Just throw those
throw
ones.
these ones to the side.
We don't want those. We don't
Well,
want
What's,
How many are you putting in yours?
I'm gonna put these.
Should we
over
not
here.
keep this?
Here, just give me this.
This
Gotta
much?
have the same. We'll do
Like a
7,
hand.
7.
Oh, crap. I
7?
just cross-contaminated.
Here, throw me 7 of the
napkins.
of the clean
Wait,
ones.
can I have the napkin for my nose?
All right, here we
Oh
go.
wait, that's what they're for. I was like, there you go.
Now you have to keep the petroleum
do
jelly
this.
on your face at all times.
Yes.
Wait, we need those.
Great
need
work.
those.
Good playing against Jeff.
All right, boys.
2,
right.
4, 6.
Let's redeem ourselves.
Wait, so you have 7 in there?
Oh wait, no, I have way more than 7.
Take it
All right, how
home
many you
for
got?
1,
Unpeeled.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll go 7.
Let's go 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
All right,
6,
make up
7.
your mind. Let's go.
All right, here we go.
All right.
3,
All right.
2, 1, go.
Oh,
on.
no.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Never try to
Yeah,
get
I know.
more than one. Yeah!
Oh yeah, no hands,
Dip,
right?
dip.
Shake it off.
Oh no! I have way too much.
You got it.
Look at you. Oh, doubled it up.
Oh, it looks like
Yeah,
snot. It's gross.
It's not.
It's gross.
Is that what we looked like when we did this?
Oh no!
I'm like shaking
Oh, let's
my head.
go. That's it.
No!
That's it.
Oh!
Oh, too hard.
Almost done, almost done.
Get off.
Screw this.
Wow.
I can't get it off my nose.
Come on, there's still time. We can win.
Oh.
Shake
Dang it,
it!
we
No
did.
way! The worst part about this is that he had
Is that the original bowl?
it was dangling off for the last
That's what, can I get some
45
napkins?
seconds.
Can I get a napkin?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. This is the only napkin I need.
Wow.
Sudden death.
Five cotton balls? Can we just use this?
Who's going versus who?
I say.
Nose
I think
goes?
nose goes.
Well, it's us go time right now. Oh.
We're gonna do a rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Rock, paper,
Oh.
scissors, shoot.
All right.
All right. So so we'll rock paper scissors shoot. Wait for the win.
For the win.
Oh, wait, between us, so it's a
I'm a
common.
good rock,
Okay,
paper,
you got
scissors.
this. You got
All
this.
right.
Ladies.
Oh, okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ready?
Us two?
Yeah,
Best
y'all
of
go.
3. Best of 3.
Best 2 out of 3.
Ready?
I think he said rock.
Okay, don't throw it now.
Curveball. Yeah.
Oh,
Got
Told
it.
That's
you.
one. That's one. It's best out of 3.
Oh, okay.
Best out of 2.
Yes.
We win.
She's the rock paper scissors champ.
Good job.
Team Unpeeled.
Team Unpeeled for the
She's
win.
got the
Jillian,
earpiece in.
CJ, thank you guys so much
No,
for joining us.
thank
And
you.
make sure to
Thank you.
donate to AutoFun if you haven't already. Make sure to tune into the next episode of Syracuse Unpeeled. Thanks, guys.
Bye. Take care.